Hey y'all, it's Roy Cruz, and you're watching NHL on EA Sports. And this time, the new season appears. It's NHL Game of the Night on Son of Beast. Hello everybody, Roy Cruz here.
And I'm Terry Cruz.
This is the part of a game as we come down to a finish line because this is the last game of the NHL Game of the Night series of NHL and EA Sports.
So this time, we've already had to say this, but all of a sudden, it's coming down to a close. Because this is the final game of the night, and as of now, the New York Rangers are trying to battle in the Eastern Conference wildcard team to get back into the playoffs. They lost a lot of games without Jacob Trouba, of course Ryan Lindgren, and of course we have a returning player, JT Miller from the New York Rangers, has came back after playing the finishing season with the Vancouver Canucks. And now it's about that time to see what goes in.
So you've already been asking, saying, what's the next game going to be? Well, Tampa Bay Lightning, and they're facing against the New York Rangers at the world's most famous arena at Madison Square Garden.
Tonight's matchup, as we have the range in between the starting goaltenders. Andrei Vasilevsky is a starting goaltender for the Tampa Bay Lightning, and the New York Rangers, Igor Shesterkin, is one of our biggest and the greatest of the players of the New York Rangers, has a bunch of many saves that we all salute to.
And our starting head coaches is John Cooper from the Lightning and from the Rangers, Peter Laviolette.
Let's talk about this one here for the Tampa Bay Lightning, as we're talking about Nikita Kucherov, and as a starter that puts it in here with the tape-to-tape zones. Daily passing within division is one of the bigger changes in within the division. He has a lot of great percentage on his eye passing. The better percentage, the better of a take, and it's a better high percentage than he has done through. Finn Victor Hedman, a stick-em-up ability with a defensive stick lift that he's putting in with a lot of great take. And Braden Point, close quarters, are really closing shooting range that he has been able to do for one of his best. Andrei Vasilevsky, a controltionist, is a better star to have a wild save of his ability. And Jake Kutzel is the snipe of the Ely puck settling. After playing with the Penguins, he's now putting in with the Lightning. And the superstar players are Brandon Hagel and Luke Glendening for the quick draw and the other unstoppable force.
Now let's send it over to the New York Rangers. Our Teddy Panarin starts that one off then, and here's one of our favorite takes here. As we know for him, the third-eye perceptible passer is one of our bigger takes and a better stride. He is looking so well to keep the eyes on the percentage that he has been doing it for. And Adam Fox, tape-to-tape zone with the Ely passing within the vision. He does a better take on a long pass and a short pass. Then Igor Shesterkin is a butterfly effect that he has been showing with his better technotion. It's better to have a butterfly goalie and the greatest player of the New York Rangers history. And JT Miller with a better unstoppable force. He never knows how he can get this handling done, but as of now, he just joins in with the team. And for the part of it, we have his Vincent Trocheck with the quick draw, Mika Zibanejad with the 1T, and Will Cooley for the relentless great hitter.
Well, that's it for now, and it's now time to send you down to MSG.
Standing by, I have his Son of Beast, and he's also along what we all know for James Jablonski. This will be his first time to be here on the sideline report, as right now Son of Beast will be the starting of this home performance to show how it's done.
And in center ice, it's going to be one of our big takes here. Boomer will be the center ice for tonight's game.
Now enjoy the final game, everybody. It's the Rangers and the Lightning on Game of the Night on EA Sports. See you later, everybody.
Greetings, everyone. We are at Madison Square Garden, one of our biggest of the arena in New York City. I'm Son of Beast, and I'm here with my broadcast partner with James Jablonski, and the center is Boomer. It's a big night here as we are finishing up the regulation of the Game of the Night on EA Sports. Here we go. The puck is dropped and we are set to get started here at the Madison Square Garden for tonight's game. Let's find out what happens here. As JT Miller will start things over right in toward the wing, he's now right in the Lightning territory to get started off to Jimmy Vesey.
Fox takes it over, now finds it again to BC, and this one makes a start out of it to do for one bigger change. Now as Fox will send it over to BC, he'll get started over to Lindgren. He looks to Fox and he gives it down to Miller. Miller starts that one off, and Fox will send it over. Lindgren shot, and a big save puts in by Vasilevsky. He'll keep the puck in the range, now finding JT Miller. He looks to Fox, now he gives it Artemi Panarin. He will find it over to Lindgren. Foul along the boards, it's being guarded by BC. BC watching closely. And a pass back behind that shot, and it's been tipped over, and now it's back to Radish. Now as Radish will send it over to pass again to Kutsel with a better chance, and this was pass broken up here for the New York Rangers. Rangers are back in the offense zone. He will take his own time. He will fire that one around the net. Looks to Miller. On a set over chance to BC on the backhander, saved by Vasilevsky. Starting goaltenders for the Tampa Bay Lightning are in the range between Vasilevsky and Igor Shesterkin. You know, here's the thing about this one here, and it's great chance here. It's a lot of the percentages, and we are sure enough that Vasilevsky is one of a higher range to put in for that. It's just not always easy there, son, but that's definitely what he has been doing it for. For the last couple of postseasons, he has been able to get all what he can do for it. It doesn't mean a standard is going to be putting it in. And if it races in, to put it with a nice chance. You know what they say now, Andrei Vasilevsky has been a hard worker. And Igor Shesterkin is definitely one of our better saves. He's definitely looking for it tonight, and I'm hoping to see what goes in. So there's going to be one change to that. Now as Miller will send it over right from the outside, he gives to Borgen, and now he will send it to Trocheck. Trocheck was paying for the war. Now as Victor Hedman takes it over, he will send it over to Konklaivis. Right toward the wing, gets to Cirelli on a shot, block made by JT Miller. Trocheck sends it out of here. This will deep the zone as Tampa Bay will get some new groups here. Now it's over to Goncalves. Goncalves enters the zone. Tampa Bay back in the offense zone, and this one gives it to Borgen as he won't get that one out of here. Akalayev will send it over again to Chris Kreider. Kreider sends it over, now finding again to Borgen. Borgen to Miller. Miller's right toward the wing, give us some energy opportunity. Gets right to the wall. Keandre Miller goes down. Borgen with the rebound, now finds Chris Kreider. Kreider now finds Borgen. It's back to Keandre Miller. Miller avoids the slap. Here's a shot for Borgen, and a big save puts in by Vasilevsky. It's great easy saves here for Andrei Vasilevsky. Got a great use of the control effort. And no, it just does not really make anybody with a better use of it. And it just slides it. He got that one a good look. Kaliyev's right toward the wing as this one loses the puck control and point will send it over, and now fighting to get over to Radish. Just about to start things over with only 17 minutes past the 3-minute mark in the first period. As right now as Hedman takes it over to point. And that one big save stops him bound for Igor Shesterkin. This will be his first save of the night. Kaliyev's right toward the wing. He will fire that one around the net. Gives it to Mika Zibanejad. Zibanejad now finds against Vakananen. Schneider will give it over right behind the net. And it's broken up by Victor Hedman. Good stop made here for Chris Kreider. Zibanejad now finds it again to Vakananen. Zibanejad now finds Schneider. And this one got a little good burglar out of it to get back over to Vakananen. Sig on the feed. Slicked up. Zibanejad rebounds the puck. Vakananen tries a shot. Left save by Vasilevsky. He'll take a cover here with only 16:14 to go in the first period. Still on the early stage of this one, no score between the New York Rangers and Tampa Bay. Now the win will put it in. As right now the Tampa Bay are back in the offense. Here's Nikita Kucherov. He's right toward the wing. Gets the pass to Kutsel. Shot. And he will take the first goal in. This will be the first goal for Jake Kutsel to beat over Shesterkin. He has his 9th of the season. Let's watch up it again as we're looking forward, and this is what the pass made it in for Jake Kutsel. This is what happens with a defender. He was really trying to get it into traffic. And here's what happens. He makes up a great shoot. That's a better save, and it's not really like the easy one to start it off for New York Rangers to get over this. That's where Kutsel that made a fire releasement and had that one with a better chance. It's just not always easy, but it gets a little hard and difficulty strength. Tampa Bay starts up with a 1-0 lead with only 3:52 time on a goal, as now Fox wins the faceoff. He's trying to get a lot of use of the effort to get over right toward the net. Now as it puts in from Lindgren, he looks it over to Miller. Miller gives a pass over to Lindgren. He'll get back to JT Miller. JT Miller finds it over to Artemi Panarin. The cutting motion takes it out. Kutsel is right toward the wing. Speeding down, Kucherov. And it's Fox taking over with the puck. Send a deep pass over to the Panarin. Trying to give a better use of the effort. Now as Lindgren sends a load in. He slows it down, tries to give over to Fox. Fox looks it over, now finding Lindgren. Lindgren shoots for deflection, stays out of his zone. Rangers able to carry the rebound here. This one will fire out of that, back to Miller. Miller, chance now finding again Lindgren. The back behind the pass to Miller. Trying to get to Vesey. Vesey's behind the board. Kicks it over to Panarin. Panarin now sends it over to Fox. And trying to give it over to Lindgren. Here's a shot, close save by Vasilevsky. 15 minutes remaining in the first period, and this will cover things up. A lot of time left in this period, trying to get another goal for the Rangers. 1-0 starts for Tampa Bay. Carrick wins the faceoff, and now he will send it to Vakunin. Trying to give over to Carrick. Carrick is right toward the corner. He looks it over, finding again to Vakunin. Lost the effort as Eastbound takes it over. Tampa Bay looking his way down right toward the other side. Battling for the loose puck. And this one recovers by Redpay. Now Schneider takes it over, now finding
Tampa Bay goal, his 8th goal of the season, scored by number 59, Jake
Schneider
Rutsell.
takes his effort.
Is assisted by number 86, Nikita Kucherov. And by number 81, Eric Cernax. Tampa Bay goal, 3:53 remaining in the first period. Jake Rutsell with the goal assisted by Nikita Kucherov and Eric Cernax in the first at 3:53.
Carrick shot, big save by Vasilevsky. Redpay scrumming out along the boards, trying to give it over to Vakunin. And Carrick takes it over. Boomsman right toward the wall. Nick Paul now sends it over again to Cernax. Doesn't make anything use of it, but this is what happens with a lot of bigger range out there. This is what they don't really do. If you don't have the right to change off, you're never going to get it done. Vakunin then blocks a shot. Now the Rangers will take it over, now back the other way. The pass over now finding again a Trocheck. And right toward him, it goes right toward the wall. Brandon Hagel with his own rebound, gives again to Goncalves. Goncalves is right toward the wing. Passes over to Cirelli. Blocked a shot by Lafreniere. Good D effort for Lafreniere. This will be his first block of the game. Doesn't make it out here clearly, but this one really gives it a great range here. You have a lot of standings out there, but there is no way that they're going to really take over the matter if Lafreniere got that block. Fortune's right toward the wing, trying to give a shot opportunity range. This one saves it by Vasilevsky. Trying to give it to Cooley. This time, now finding again a Lafreniere. Lafreniere right toward the wing, and he will have it back fast to fire right over again to Will Borgen. Borgen coming along the board, now finding again a Lafreniere. Lafreniere looks at Miller. And that Skrochek is on the outside. Here's a shot making through as Cirelli blocks a shot. Hedman takes over to Goncalves. Goncalves, and it's broken up by Keandre Miller. Behind the net, still looking for advantage to get it over to. Now finding Zibanejad. Now Zibanejad clears it out. Kreider with his own rebound. Yeah, the pass back to Mika Zibanejad. Zibanejad now finds again to Borgen. One timer for Miller. Shot saved up. Trying to put a rebound in as Vasilevsky covers it up. Great chance here. This isn't really making any great saves out there. That's what happens. They've really been pushing it over it. And it's just a way inbounding. It just gets it over. And this is just a big save. Nothing really stands out. Nikita Kucherov finds point. On a block shot, puts it in for the Rangers. Chris Kreider with his own rebound now finding it Adam Fox. Fox in his own zone. Victor Hedman with the puck steal. Now as the Lightning will get it back to the offense zone, Braden Point with his own rebound. Trying to give over to Nikita Kucherov. He will send it a deep pass to Kutsel. Kicks it over. Hedman takes a chance. Now finds again Nikita Kucherov. The deep pass to Kutsel. Kutsel. Pat delivers it and a shot. But this one puts an error. Jake Kutsel with 2 goals this game. They're up by 2. As the arrow puts in, it's going to be Jake Kutsel's 10th goal of the season, 2 goals in a game. Well, here's what happens now. I mean, this is when they don't really get to see what they were really doing it for. And that's Kutsel. This was a big problem out there. And you're looking it over one more time again. You're definitely going to have a losing patient, and you're not going to play it successful. This really makes it a hard range to put it in with a better tape. It's not really easy, Doesn't really make anybody that's that hard to get over to the range. You're not really playing it successful, but this is what happens. But the goaltenders are definitely reacting to timing often quickly. They're not really racing it up with too much pressure. They're not putting in with a great stride. It doesn't mean anybody. JT Miller blocked a shot. Moser with his own rebound. Luke Glendening toward the wing. Fires that shot. And it's back to Schneider after a save.
Tampa Bay goal. His 9th goal of the season. 2 goals in the game. Score unassisted. Number 59, Jake Krutzel. Tampa Bay goal. 8:21 remaining in the first. Jake Krutzel with the 2nd goal of the game. Unassisted in the first period at 8:21.
This one misses wide. Lundgren blocks his shot. The rebound by Carrier. On a shot. Saved by Vasilevsky. Pulls it right to the wall and it's back to Carrier. Carrier. Now he will have it over again to Matt Rempe. Rempe looks to Bekkanen. Bekkanen now finding Schneider. And that poked it out. Now Luke Glendening takes it over on the other side for the first period. The pass to Atkinson. Big save play by Vasilevsky to Sturkin. And now Smith takes it over. Kind of like a little close call out to arrange. This doesn't make anything of it good. But that really got a little bit of a use of a piece of it, that this is a better skill. It's just really what anybody does, you know? What happens? It just happens much. Anybody can definitely play for. Big save by Sturkin. Gotta love the crowd out there. Here comes Mika Zibanejad. Rolls it in, saved by Vasilevsky. Great stuff on the effort by the goaltender as he pulls it up and away. Really doesn't make anything sense right now. This really got him a great use to have it saved out. And another big save puts in by Vasilevsky. 9:31 to go in the first period, as this will be still a 2-0 game as the Rangers are under full pressure. Zibanejad wins the faceoff as Borgen takes that one with a slide stepper, not finding Miller. Miller coming bounding, misses wide. And it's back to Zemika Zibanejad behind the cage. Giving him their prior shot. Chance made for the pad. Great cover up for Vasilevsky. Oh, look at that one. That's definitely Graham Larson out there on their side. Really have got a good pressure. Down as the Lightning wins the face-off. Here's Surdax. He now finds again to Goncalves. Goncalves is right toward the wing. The pass to Cagle. And this one broken up by Miller. A send a pass to Artemi Panarin. Gonna try something in here. Move around. The Spinorama doesn't able to have clearance with more room to give the effort. Jimmy Vesey's right toward in the middle. Trying to give the other a shot. Spits it back. And this one goes right toward the wall. Now as they will try that one again, he will try to give it to Walt Borgen. Looks to Jimmy Vesey. Jimmy Vesey looks to Borgen. Borgen. Trying to go back to Artemi Panarin. He wants to make a new change back to Vesey. Vesey now finds Panarin. Here's a shot. Puts a big save by Vasilevsky. And it's cleared out by Brendan Hagel. Hagel lost his effort. And now some new group changes out there as this will be point. And now it's Miller. Keandre Miller's on the ice. Now he'll find a pass to Alexis Lafreniere. That one clears his own and broken up the pass. Now Braden points right toward the wing. Trocheck takes it over. Rangers are coming along here nice and heavy on the defense as this will give to Will Cooley. Will Cooley rolls it back into Trocheck. Now he's behind the cage watching for trouble. Will decide to do it again to Will Cooley. Now it's Lafreniere's shot. Trying a bit of a rebound. Not enough room for Trocheck to keep it in. Lafreniere tries again. Give the pass to Fox. Fox looks it over now finding Zibanejad. Zibanejad coming in motion. Shot made here by Vasilevsky. Looking good going further. Cooley shoots. Cooley score! Mika Zibanejad with his own rebound. They are now on the board. It is a 2-1 game after Lafreniere. Now watch what happened out there. Lafreniere is bringing a deep over the pass. Cooley gets it over. And this is what happened to Lafreniere. And then Mika Zibanejad. They're a little bit of take in here. Here's what happens. This is why you're embracing it through. When the heart is looking in the flexor, we got that one just screwed over to Zibanejad. We got a great goal to strike out with often. strength in the first period as they're up by 1 to try to cut the digits here. Down by 1 for the New York Rangers. As now they put up a win, here's Mika Zibanejad with his first goal of this game against the Lightning. Pretty sure that this is really what they're all expecting now. I mean, you're never going to get over this one. Kreider now fighting to get him Mika Zibanejad as he's right toward the corner. Wilson Fox now finds it to Ryan Lindgren. Lindgren now finds it to Fox as he will give it over to Lindgren. Lindgren looks it over to Fox. Keep the moving a puck alive as Lindgren tries to do for a shot. And as Lindgren tries to put up a rebound. Watching in, shot, put a big save by Vasilevsky. Great chance. I mean, that one really bases it over, and this one is no other chance. And this is what happens. Why? They're really going to get this one over and a better chance of effort. Ryan Lindgren right toward the outside of it, and now finding again to Chris Kreider. Kreider now finds it again to Fox. Fox shot, score! Got another goal, and we're now tied up for 2 as he has that one dish up. Watch what happens here. This is what happens with Fox, and he pulls the stick around, and this is where you get that one straight in. He had that one wicked. This is what happens with Chris Kreider, and this is what Fox can do. The speed of the cross takes it over, and then beats over Vasilevsky. He got a very nice sink in to have that one a good opportunity. This is the big range out there to get up in a goal and tie it up. Rangers and then Lightning are tied for 2. Looking to get a lead off, and this one was a start-off knockoff here past the midway mark of the period. We really loved it. Yeah, it's definitely like incredible out there. I mean, they really have been expecting for. I mean, you know, it's definitely what they all have to do for now. They just can't believe that they really kept it on coming from, and going back again, they've done it. And he scores! Matt Rankin with his first goal to take the lead for the first time in the first period. Another goal, no problem. Doesn't really make the same anything for Matt Rankin if you're not that much to see a win. And this is what happens with. This is what Fox can do. I mean, this is why you need to have a great pass, the better trick, and a better zone for Matt Rankin. The air and backhander. The company in the matter is just coming at the right foot behind from the cage. And this one, they tell him to get this shot from the team. Rangers are up by 1. It's a 3-2 game. They've already been starting off strong in the first period. Looks so good. I mean, they've really been looking over it again. It's pretty much that everyone has done for. It's not really what their better take is, but they just got to keep on coming back.
Rangers goal. His 27th of the season, scored by number 93, because Backchat. Assisted by number 13, Alexis Lafreniere. And by number 50, Will Cooley. Time of the goal, 12:35 remaining in the first period. Mika Zibanejad with the goal, assisted by Alexis Lafreniere and Will Cooley in the first period, 12:35.
And standing by for the center ice, I have a better range to take over for Artemi Panarin is Boomer. What do you have with us here, Boomer? Thanks, guys. Looking over from the better teams here. And I've got a great range to have a good look ability for Artemi Panarin. He's called a Panera Bread. He has scored over 100 careers of his goal for the season. And it was better range to have that one with a nice take on the effort. I have a lot of great range here, and was Artemi Panarin been one of the absolute best in the players? Absolutely. He's really like an insane person. You have to believe it on him because that's what they really have been showing it for. This gives it a great energy to show it to response. This is what happens with Lafreniere. He knows that Panarin is definitely one of the better teams of this game. I love seeing him on his performance. Artemi Panarin is going to be the better player to be the favorite. I'll see what he does on his ice. Back to you guys.
Rangers goal. His 18th goal of the season, scored by number 23, Adam Fox. Assisted by number 20, Chris Kreider. And by number 55, Ryan Lindgren. Time of the goal, 13:30 remaining in the first period. Adam Fox with the goal, assisted by Chris Kreider and Ryan Lindgren in the first, 13:30.
And it's definitely going to be hard for him to try to keep him stay alive. Little save made by Vasilevsky, who will cover things up with only 4:10 to go in the first period. We're looking over again as Will Coley's definitely already been slowing it down already. And he has been bumped. He's right toward the head. And he just couldn't get over this in time. He is going to have to rush out and get right into the bench quickly. And as they're ready to take the next face-off, Lightning and the Rangers both have 6 face-off wins in the games. And now the leadoff win will put it in for Nick Furbix. Here's Michael Eisenhower. He's right to it away. Took a smash kick. Lindgren takes it over
Rangers
to
goal.
His
second goal of the season, scored by number 73, Matt Rempe.
Right to it in the head. That's definitely a payback.
Assisted by number 23, Adam
Fox from outside. He now
Fox.
finds the pass.
And by number 91, Ryan Smith. Time to goal, 13:49 remaining in the first period. Matt Rempe with the goal assisted by Adam Fox and Ryan Smith in the first at 13:49.
Now right toward the wing. The pass, it's broken up. Miller takes the effort, now finds it over to Jimmy Vesey. Vesey pass to Artemi Panarin. Cutting motion. Shot saved made by Vasilevsky. Took a denying effort by Artemi Panarin. Mitchell Chaffee lost his effort. Now here's Fox with only 3:12 to go in the first period. Fox fires that one deep. Moser takes the effort. Moser watching him run. Oh, Rempe wants that. That's a big hit. Smith, what timer? Lost his controlling effort. Now it's Rempe on a backhander, and it's punched up by Vasilevsky. 2:52 left to go in the first period as they will cover things up to get for our next face-off. If you're ready for the playoffs, be prepared because this will be one of our bigger games to get started. First game, the coverage begins on May 3rd of the Stanley Cup playoffs on EA Sports. You will be seeing one of our teams to show how it's done with the better competition for the next level. After regular season completion, this will be the next level to keep things up. So, we have a little bit of an off segment to do for. As for the NBA playoffs will continue. This one will start on April for the play-in tournaments. Then follow along with the next take here for the win to get in, 9th versus 10th seed. And then the winner to get in to the 8th seed will be the next one I take. And then playoff time will be the start. Don't miss here only on Son of Beast. And be prepared because something new is about to be happening here for next season. The SOB Skating is coming in your way to get things started off then, beginning on August of summer 2025. Be ready to take the next level. And with all the games, it will be moved over to the secondary channel for the SOB Skating of this collab. You will love it no matter what. Point takes it over with under 2 minutes remaining in the first period. Oh, Kucherov decided to do for the back step, but he got a little denied effort by Shesterkin. Oh my! Almost would have been taken over for some reason. That really makes it stays out. It doesn't really make the great change. That happens to make it a coming inbound. He really got showing up. Schneider back from the outside. He will try to give over to Gakaranen. Kreider fires a shot. Saved by Vasilevsky. 90 seconds remaining in the first period. A tight game to start off it. Rangers 3-2 of Tampa Bay. 23 shots on goal for New York and 11 shots on goal for Tampa Bay. Hard to make them believe there, folks, but doesn't make anything that happening. Just happens at all. I mean, you know what they say is? They've just got to keep it moving ahead, and there's not really much that you can definitely take over to. Miller in front. Big stop by Vasilevsky. Oh, what a great save out there. That was a little bit of an unbelievable, but that's an incredible save here for Vasilevsky. And back behind it as Shesterkin makes a save. Here comes JT Miller. Down to a final minute in the first period as Vesey is right toward the corner. He'll try to get
last
it to
minute
Fox.
to play in the
Fox
period.
lost his effort. He now finds it to Kakalves. Back in the Ranger territory. Lightning trying to show it in the mound. Now finding the Furbix. Move around in. Back save by Shesterkin. 50 seconds left in the first period. It's only a 3-2 game. And now sending back into center ice about Nikita Kucherov. Nikita Kucherov is one of the better ones to have it all. And the captain for the Tampa Bay Lightning is one of our biggest of his own. His next step of his career has to be on a legitimate run. But what happens is they just have to do for a better range.
This needs to be a harder key to put it about it. When sometimes happens, this really what they all have to do for it. They need to give anybody a better range to that. This is what happens. They don't play often. They just have to make the nightlight do anything. And this is what happens. You give it off. I've got a lot of great feelings for Nikita Kucherov. Let's see how he can do. But the backhander on the shot, it's hard to believe it. To look at it. Back to you guys.
Little consequences out there here, Boomer. Thank you. Lafreniere finds Fox. Fox shot, blocked the shot. And as Hagel will close things out, and Cirelli will send it to Concalves, and that will do the first period. Rangers get a great lead by Matt Rempe to have a backhander, but a lot of big saves for Vasilevsky. Stick around, the second period is coming up underway right after this. Welcome back at the MSG Arena, and we're getting ready to start the second period for the game. Off we go, we're ready to start things off for the second period of the game as we're ready to get this thing refreshed and back on ice. Alright James, I have a little bit of a break my questions with you for the first period recap of how they've done with better range with the Lightning and the Rangers. Let's have your take. Well, it's been really great so far. I mean, the better effort is just not even easy enough, and they've really been doing it for. It's just giving a harder strength in it. And you have a little bit of time after, they've really been keeping it going over and in from under. I've seen a lot of great strategy for the better range you can get here for the Rangers as they pull it in with the great saves. You know, it just happens with anyone that they've definitely paid it again. They've really been coming back afterwards. From this point on, they really have been taking a little struggle here, but not too long. Passing the midway mark of the period, this really got to a nice start. They've really got a great setup angle to give it all they've got. Now Ryan Lindgren will send it over. The Rangers are back in the offense zone. The deep pass to point is broken up. And as Cernak takes over, he now finds Nikita Kucherov. And broken out of play. Back in the zone as Cernak puts it into point. Point, racing in, trying to dish it out of here. And a shot blocked by Fox to stop on Shesterkin. Oh, what a nice D here for Fox as he covers that one up without the goal. Oh man, that's really amazing. Very great chance. He got a little bit of a setup to use. Nothing really stays out. Cirelli wins the faceoff. He now finds it to Hedman as Lafreniere takes it over, and this one takes it out of the side, right toward the wall. A send a deep pass. Cirelli takes it over. This one takes it bang around. There you go. Looking deep pass, now finding again at Concalves. He looks at Cirelli. Cirelli moves it over to Concalves on a shot. Misses wide off the wall. He now rolls it again to Trocheck. Trocheck covering up and on the boards. Fires that deep of it right across to Chris Kreider. Kreider now finds it to Miller, and he will send it to Borgen. Fires that one away. Big save by Vasilevsky. Trocheck and Concalves takes it over. Now he looks at Cirelli. This one bumps it up off the glass, and it's rebounded, taken in. Kreider pushes out of here and says, "Not my watch." Will Borgen takes it over by turning away. Coming in with some new line changes is Rempe. He'll send it over to Bakkanen. Over to Rempe. Rempe shoots, up and over, glove catch by Vasilevsky. 17:32 to go in the second period as they'll get their next face-off. Now as the Lightning will win the face-off, here's Kedman. He will send a pass to Cernak. Over now to Isemound. Isemound pass, now finds it over again to Gergensen. Gergensen shoots, Pat saves, Shesterkin takes it over. Now Matt Rempe will carry it around the net. Bakkanen is right toward behind the zone. Now he's off to the races. Toward the wing, the pass finds Carrick. Carrick passes to BC. Here's a backhander on a shot. Big catch made by Vasilevsky. Only 17 minutes remaining in the second period. Here's a little bit of takes there. I mean, you have a better time, you got a better effort, you just got to keep playing what you do for. JT Miller wins the faceoff. He now finds Fox, looks to Lindgren, and if the narrow shot, big pass stopped by Vasilevsky. got a little pointer out there, and a little bit of a bombing effort to have that one a better release. And Kucherov saved by Shesterkin. 16:45 to go in the second period. We'll cover things up to get for our next covering puck drop. And here's the thing about this one here, as we know about this, James, a big salute to Sam Rosen, the MSG sports broadcaster, and he's been able to have it for 40 years at this end of his year, and he is retiring for the better years to have his service with the MSG family. It's been a great part of a year. I mean, I love his energetic. I mean, the Billy is putting in. It's a great opportunity. He's been loving it. And I have a great range to have it in. You know what happens with Sam? We all salute. It's a power play goal. It just happens with most of the time. I got a great ranging out there to give it a good salute, and he's been putting on a better effort. I love the energetic status at this point there, son. Well, it's been really great. And this one really got an excellent boost. I mean, he's really been doing it. And the first broadcaster, he was able to perform it out there. I mean, he was one of our biggest of the supporter. And the better of it was turning to be like, you know what? I definitely wanted to come in to do for hockey. He said this one before, to have that one with a great start. So he decided now, he done basketball, but it looks like that he's now able to do hockey. He definitely wants to see how he can manage it. And so he did. I definitely do say so out there. It's just a great start of it. To have a better range, I mean, it's a better night. He's really like making a great effort to have that one in good status. Yeah, we got a great effort out there. And definitely what he knows for with Jim Gordon, it's definitely a great chance to have that one with Amazing, to have to be the commentary. I mean, it's been on the better hero. I mean, you got to believe it on him. Sam Rosen is definitely a better salute we give credits to. I really enjoy his effort. I mean, this is what happens with the better season. And it's definitely for the first part of the time. I mean, I love the energy that he's been putting in for it. I agree. I mean, they all say now that Sam Rosen is definitely couldn't be able to be happy enough. And definitely from childhood, attending a numerous New York Rangers on the game. He's really like playing for a tape for himself. Play by play, and definitely anybody can do. In the fall of 1984, it's definitely part of the season. He's really been unstoppable. It's a great pressure to all. Jimmy Vesey will fire that one right over to JT Miller. And now he finds it to Borgen. Borgen pass now finds it to Miller. Miller pass to Panarin. Panarin looks to Borgen. Here's a shot for a deflection. This one puts back out. Artemi Panarin trying to cover a puck in. Brandon Hagel looks to Goncalves. Good poke check here by Panarin. And he rolls to Miller. Shoots! Saved by Vasilevsky. Great chance on a stoppage as Goncalves takes it over. Oh, a little bit too much of that confidence out there. That is just going to change it over. He didn't really think it was able to get it heavy enough. That really must took everything out. JT Miller. Returned away now, so Artemi Panarin covers things up. Looks to Borgen. And now it's Lundgren. Shoots and fires it. That one misses wide, and it's off again on the players as Lundgren sends it to Miller. Miller passes that fine to Borgen. Borgen shoots. Glove save by Vasilevsky. 13:43 to go in the second period as they will get this next game on. With that one, it's part of a goaltender. John Davidson, JD, Sam and JD lasted 20 years together. And that was better a part of that one to have a bit of special guest for the part of that in the show. They really say is now that we really love the salute and it's better status, and this is what the better effort takes it all. You know what I say now to James? This really has to give what John Davidson really does it all. It's definitely like always a true. I mean, it's just what I always call for now. I mean, Davidson's really like better arranging out and saying, hey, why not give everyone a good salute to all the folks. And for the Rangers team, they've really been better than well. Kreider rebounds the puck, now finds it to Lafreniere. Looks to Snyder, watching it offside as he tries to hold on. Now Trocheck pulls it deep. Good save by Vasilevsky. Here's another one to Glendening, and he rolls it deep to Kucherov. Kucherov finding Jeffy on a shot. Big save by Shesterkin. Now Shesterkin will send it over to Rempe. Rempe looks it over to Trocheck. No penalty on Tampa Bay. Smith. 2-1. Broken up. Redbay looks at it again to Vakananen. Got a little bit of a smash hit, and now Smith will send it over to Schneider. Schneider toward his own, the back behind the pass to Carrick. Carrick looks to Andre Miller. Looks to Schneider. Fires a shot for Carrick. Blocked the shot. McDonough takes it over, now finds it over to Kucherov, right toward his own. Tampa Bay rolling it in. Pass is broken up by Carrick. Back to Smith. 12 minutes remaining in the second period. Off to Redpay. Wow, big save play by Vasilevsky. Oh, look at how well this is. I mean, that's definitely like a hard danger zone for Vasilevsky. He's really like, he wants to win it all, but it doesn't really stand a chance with the playoff. Now the wing for Nick Paul, he looks it over to Moser. And this one takes to Kaliev. Kaliev slows it down, now find Borgen. Borgen looks to Kreider. Kreider shoots off defender. Rebounded by Kreider. Rangers sinks it over, now find to Kaliev. He looks to Borgen. Borgen tries to give it to JT Andre Miller. To Zibanejad. Zibanejad tries to watch him. Slick on the move. Rebound by Kreider. Now Miller. Borgen fires. Glove catch by Vasilevsky. 11:18 remaining in the second period as they will cover things up to get to the next puck drop. Stay tuned for the next of these matchups. This will be the playoffs to show how it's done for in the range. As the Boston Bruins season is coming to an end, they've lost Brad Marchand because he's now with the Florida Panthers. They have a little bit of a power range to do it for back-to-back for the Stanley Cup as they were champions last season's Stanley Cup. There was nothing able to have it at anyway. But we'll have to find out if this puts it in. I think he's already been broken out, but there's something that's definitely not right. I mean, it looks like he was already been trying to get the attack. I don't see what's going on now. They're really kind of messing. Miller. And that one gets out of the way. Miller shots backhander blocked up by Cernax. Miller takes it over now, finding to JT Miller. JT Miller fires, goes in, Lafreniere, back to Panarin. Here's another one, saved by Vasilevsky. Jordan, Lindgren puts the puck. On another one, saved by Vasilevsky. Sorelli takes it over with the rebound, now finds Cernax. And now here's Victor Hedman, he's right toward the wing. Oh yeah, they've definitely been seeing things now. I mean, I know what's going to happen now. They really are going to dislike it. Lindgren shoots. Saved by Vasilevsky. What a great stop on a Controsius in this performance. Cernax now finds it to Sorelli. Now the Lightning will clear that one out. That's good calls right toward the wing. Rangers take it back as Fox will have it now again to Lindgren. Takes it down. Goncalves as Tampa Bay rolls it in right toward the wing. Giselle covers in for Shesterkin. He will cover things up. And we'll get some break in to get ready for the next face-off. Here's what happened to Jimmy Vesey. He was a little shaken up right in toward the range. This is what happened to Victor Hedman. He has been knocking him down, and this is what happens. Another player is going to have to send him to the medical room. As we do have an update for Will Cooley, I will send it over to Boomer and see how he feels. Thanks, guys. I was looking over to Will Cooley, and what happened now is this season has not been coming into a great day. He's been losing with a lot of his own zone, and there was nothing that he really been stepping it out. This is what happens with he has been doing for every single time. After that first part of the game here for the first period, it was nothing but they've really been showing. But what they don't see is they've been really kept on coming back, and this is what that race is in. This is what the big harder is putting in Downey. He has been losing a lot of his own patience. There was nothing that he was really looking for. It's really took him over. He scores! Good sell! 3 goals! He now has it tied, and this one gets a hat trick to salute for the Lightning. Oh boy, this is when they don't see that one coming in for the good sell. They really have it tied up. Now watch what happened. Good drop and a good pass over, now finding a good sell, and this is what we made him do. A little bit of a killer out there because the tape-to-tape zone puts it in for Kucherov. Had a little bit of open room. Give the feed. And that good sound. Give that one, dish it over around to Sturkin. It's really easy right now with Jake Gutzell. He's been looking so confident out there. Now with 3 goals, he really took a step over it to make the finishing, make the drive. It's what happens with Gutzell. He makes it with great goals to put it in. It's a lot of hard timing, but everything is right. I'll see what happens with Gutzell, and as Kucherov is his first assist. Back to you guys. Thanks to B out there, Boomer. Now it's Kaliev is right toward behind the net. He now finds it to Keandre Miller. Looks to Borgen. Quick blocker by the Lightning. On a shot for the rebound and redirected traffic as Moser takes it over. And Kreider with his own rebound. Tampa Bay now is it over to Gutzell.
Tampa Bay goal, his 10th goal of the season, 3rd goal of this game. Score on the hat trick, number 59, Jake Gutzell. Is assisted by number 86, Nikita Kucherov. Time of the goal, 10:57 remaining in the second. Jake Gutzell with a goal assisted by Nikita Kucherov in the second period, 10:57.
And as Lafreniere looks to Schneider. Schneider lost his effort. Trocheck goes back to Lafreniere. And Trocheck shoots, saved by Vasilevsky. Paul grabs his own rebound with under 8 minutes remaining. Nikita Kucherov trying to watch him deep. And it's rebounded by Glenadine. Here's another one for the Rangers as Miller takes it over, now finding Artemi Panarin. Panarin sidesteps it and trying to give it over to Lafreniere, but as Hedman takes it over. Gergensen, right toward his own wing. He now finds it over to Hedman, to Isamau, looks to Paul. Good sniped out for Schneider as he rolls it again to Lafreniere. He looks to Miller. Big hit on the center ice. Grabbing his own rebound is Vakkanen. Artemi Panarin's right toward the wing. Looks to Fox. Fox looks over to Artemi Panarin. Panarin looks to Rempe. Rempe now finds it to Fox on a shot. Ranges in. A big save by Vasilevsky. Great heads-up display here as Rempe pulls it back to Panarin. Oh, it's just really amazing this is. Doesn't really make that one extensible. They really have it done. Miller. Panarin shoots. Saved by Vasilevsky. Paul with his own rebound now finds it to Isamau. Under 7 minutes to go in the second period as Isamau trying to get the team up in the lead. Now bad save by Shesterkin. Now Lindgren takes it over now to give it back to Fox as he rolls it out his own. He waits in. Now he waits it over to Rempe. Looks over. Perry gonna shot. Big save play. Rebound by Rempe. Fans are gathering loud. Heard a Let's Go Rangers chant. Smith shoots, save by Vasilevsky. 6:14 left in the second period. Got a little gasp out now. All right, now this is what happens now. The battle range is putting in for Nick Paul as he's really been limping, and it looks like he was able to get his own rebound. He's trying to move around, but I don't think he didn't have it all. As the both teams are ready to take their next drawing of the puck, it is a 3-3 game as the energy's putting in this arena loud. Now as the Rangers wins the faceoff, Keandre Miller now finds it to Will Borgen. Will Borgen now finds it to Miller. Rempe shoots, saved by Vasilevsky. Pulls it out of his own. Looks to Borgen, now gives it again to Rempe this time. Pulls the pass around to carry it. And it's back to Cirelli with only 5:50 left to remain in the second. Give it back to Carrick. In the zone, Rempe scores! Pulls the backhander, now has to lead up by 1. Look at how well this is for Rempe. Backhander works, he had that one to stick it in. Now here's what happened now. This is what Rempe made it in, this is what the pass was flowing in. You see what happens with Rempe? He had that one sticking in the backhander. Here's what the pass did. They go in to Rempe, slip, and this is what they can do. Just hit his own goal, but that one sticks it up and over the pass, and just right into the net. Got a great range to put it in. Rangers back up by 1 with a 4-3 lead in the second period as they get their next faceoff on its way. Zibanejad wins the faceoff. He now finds it to Borgen, and Zibanejad now finds it to Miller. Rangers coming in on the full attack. We're now finding to go over to Kreider as he rolls again at Borgen. Zibanejad. Back to Borgen. Miller. Slick the food. And that one makes it over one to make the stop by Vasilevsky. Chaffee goes down. And no offside to give over to Lightning. Zibanejad. This is over now finding to Kreider. Kreider looks it over now trying to Kaliev, again to Miller. Here's one time for Borgen, shot blocked. And now rolls it over right toward the wing. He give it back to Zibanejad. Zibanejad shot saved by Vasilevsky. Under 5 minutes remain in the second period. They will have to take another next thing up to get another face-off. And as a little update with another player, as Jimmy Beezy's in the medical room, let's have an update for Boomer. Alright guys, so thank you so much. Once again, as I was looking it over, that the medical responding is just putting in a bad effort. And this is what happens with Will Cooley. He's already been knocked down. But this wasn't able to beat anybody that beats it over with the game. And sometimes how it happens, it doesn't make anyone helpful to get right into this. No. This is what happens if they don't play it oftenly, and he was really wrapped up and hurt. This is what happens here, and he doesn't make any good effort to try to pull him with the stop. So he was able to miss out with most of the game of his own status that he was reporting it in. Nothing really settles it down, but this one gives him a hard use, better effort, and as right now, the medical is putting in to undetermined to play playing back on ice, so that's all that he has to do. This will be happening to give it at least a moment for Will Cooley and Jimmy Beezy with all the hard work. Let's hope there is a little take here for some better effort. Back to you guys. And Aaron shoots, save play on again by Vasilevsky. JT Miller now finds it again to Fox. Fox behind the back, and it's broken up by McDonough. The rebound puts it for Panarin. Panarin. The dish over now finding Lindgren. Here's Fox, shoots in, save! Pulls it out by Ryan McDonough. Oh, what a nice on a beautiful stoppage. He really got it all down. I mean, nothing really you can say how down. This really has got to be a lot of the hard shots to put in. Long time up in this period, as we're nearing down the end of the second period with 3:44 to go. It is a 4-3 lead, Rangers. Burbix, good block by Smith. Smith, on his way down, shoots, saved by Vasilevsky. He has nowhere to put this own room without the steal for the Lightning, and he had no choice but to go for it. Oh my goodness, I mean, this one really is definitely how close it is. It doesn't really settle things out. It doesn't make anybody a good use to have an own energy. Better ranges and everything really make a better use. Ferguson, pass shot, big stop by Shesterkin as he covers it in with 3:20 to go in a second. Good defensive effort for the goaltender, as looks like the crowd looking for Igor to give it all they've got. Now is the win. The Lightning are back in offense. Trying to watch out for the gap. And it's rebounded put it in by Mika Zibanejad. He now finds to Chris Kreider, and he's right to her in the wing. Back behind the pass to Miller. Rolls to Kaliev. Now Chris Kreider will now try again to Will Borgen. Pass is over. Kaliev.
Rangers goal.
Defender on him.
His first goal of the season.
Just
Score by number 73, Matt Rempe.
And that blocks it up. Kreider rolls it in right toward the wall.
Sam Carrick. Time of the goal, 14-14 remaining in the second period. Matthew Rempe, his second goal of the game, assisted by Sam Carrick in the second period at 14-14.
And this one rolls back again to to Keandre Miller. Looks to Lafreniere. Lafreniere scoops it in. Going for a rebound take. This kicks it out by Vasilevsky. In zone traffic, definitely not even an easier way. This is what happens with, they don't get anybody with a better open look. Sometimes you don't win, sometimes you don't quit. You just don't have any direction to give that one all if you can. Kreider back to Schneider, and he rolls it over to Trocheck. 2 minutes left in the second period, as this will give it right around the net to Lafreniere. Hedman, and a big pass to Cernak. Here's Goncalves. Get a little stop for Lindgren. Goncalves, Paolo on the board. Now Lindgren. This is around the net. Now trying to give over to Carrick. Carrick now finds Fox. Fox looking over right in the open zone. Pass is broken up and Fox will have to do it again. Oh, start up and in between a rate. Nothing really settles it down. They just need someone else to give a better effort. Nikita Kucherov trying to go after him. Now Smith. Smith will send a pass to JT Miller. And it's broken up by Point. Here's Nikita Kucherov. He will now send it over to Hedman. Hedman now finds it over. Kucherov slipped the move. Good save by Shesterkin. Easy save, puts it in here. This is what happens. They don't really
last minute to play the period.
But that Kucherov makes it a little stoppage to play with a better effort. It's a nice take. Got a little bit of a stop on it. Nikita Kucherov fires that one around the net. And Lafreniere will now try to handle it over. The pass again to Trocheck. Trocheck now finds it over. The pass again to Panarin. Panarin rolls it over to JT Miller. Here's a shot for again. And a big stopper puts it on a defensive effort. Panarin rolls in. Back behind it. Lost his control. It's back in and puts it back. And that broken up by Atkinson. Victor Hedman's right toward the wing. On the speed. On a shot. Saved by Shesterkin. Pulls it in. Shesterkin holds it out. Trocheck will give a little tight range here. And as Lafreniere will finish it off the second period. Rough this game afterwards as this puts another goal for Redby. We'll give another quick look here to get ready for the third period. Be back after this. Final period at Madison Square Garden to finish up for the regular season up 9. As we really have been having a blast, hope you had fun here too, and so do ours. But this is where it comes down to this for the final period. Let's see what happens. All right there, James, a little bit of a little start-off take-in of how they have done it before with the second period. And as for your takes, how do you think of that? Well, it's just really what they all expected now, but this is not what they all been determinizing of what they've done for their proper on the respect on the behavior. It is really kind of hard of how they're doing it for. They've really been knocking things in. Nothing really settles it down there, son, but this is what they all have to believe on to give everyone a better take. Icing will be on New York Rangers with 19:14 remaining in the third period to get to the next face-off to get things started. Now as the win will put it in for Tampa Bay. Here's Brandon Hagel on a carrying glove save by Shesterkin. Just a little bit of time left for the New York Rangers to try to cover the puck in. And it's still a 4-3 game to give it a better use. Zibanejad puts it in with the win as Miller is right toward the wing. And breaking up the pass here. Shesterkin got a little bit of a quick use in his eye. Sent it to the wrong guy. Oh, I didn't really see anything going in. But that's really kind of like almost went bad. Nothing really is going to like take it up, take it out, and you're going to be smashed over. And if you don't have another chance, you got to get right into work. Don't let take it off your eyes on it, Perry, if you're going to get it clean. Shesterkin will come right in with only 18:40 to go in the third period as they'll get their next face-off underway. Still a lot of time left in this period. 4-3 to score as New York Rangers trying to show it up with the better answer. A big save by Shesterkin. And a 70 pass. Kreider with no offside. He shoots it. Saved by Vasilevsky. Now rolls to Miller on an open shot. Can't get the deflection in the net. Anthony Cirelli's right toward the wing. Off to again to Goncalves. Rolls it. Move around pace. And stop by Shesterkin. But a full pressure coming on for the Lightning. Only 18:12 to go in the third period to get another timing on attackers. Now the Tampa Bay wins the face-off. Here's another chance for a big shoot. For deflection, stays out of his net. As Vakananen is right back again to Smith. And over to Rempe's pack's broken up. Now finding over to Glennon. The pass deep zone to Isemound. Isemound. Now it's back the other way. Rangers carry along right toward into the wing. On his own gap, now finds it to Rempe. Going for three! A big save puts in by Vasilevsky. It's now back to Isemound. Isemound, good stick lit by Vakananen. Fires up around net. Now Schneider takes his own handle. And pass broken up. Big save by Shesterkin. Isemound to Gregerson. Behind the net, Rempe takes it over. And a set of deep passes will clear out of the zone. And it won't be an offing on the icing. This will keep alive by J.J. Moser. Back behind the pass to Goodsell. Goodsell slicks the move and a one-timer stop by Shesterkin. Now Ryan Lindgren takes it over. Now finding it again to Artemi Panarin. Out to Miller. Miller's shot. Big save by Vasilevsky. And will set it over up into the netting. Now let's look at it one more time for Vasilevsky. He had a nice and a big save, and it looks like a JT Miller was definitely like off and out of the way. He was rushing toward it hard, and this one really had a great save, and it's incredible. He pulls it in with a huge stop. A lot of time left in this period. 4-3 to score. New York Rangers still keep it alive in every period to keep it going. And as Miller wins the faceoff, he now finds Fox. As Lindgren sends the pass over to Miller. Miller, cut in motion for the left. The driving is no good as this one is saved up by Vasilevsky. He tried his chance, but this one stays out. Lafreniere now finds it over to Lindgren. Miller, Lafreniere, bring the pipe. That hits off the goalpost and it goes right over to Panarin and behind the net. Oh, that's definitely kind of like how hard it gets. It doesn't really make the appearances of how it's done for. That really just stuck it out a long time. Panarin moves to Lindgren. Fox. This over to Panarin. Panarin shot. Big save by Vasilevsky. Lafreniere lost that puck. Back to Point. Point on the carry. Here's a shot. Saved by Shesterkin. Rumbles down with a hit. Miller now rolls it again to Fox as he rolls again to Miller. Trying to take a chance. Now finds it to Lafreniere. Rolls to Kreider and a shot off the glove. And it rolls back to Fox. One timer for Miller. Easy pad stop by Vasilevsky. Only 15:38 to go in the third. You can hear the crowd of the energy now. This is what happens. They just kept on coming. Rangers Town is really what they are expected for to play for anything. Yeah, it seemed like but they're really keeping an eye on everything. Nothing really settles, but this matters anything that really wants to stop them out to give them a better effort. Pass to Trocheck's broken up. Now here's Hagel. Hagel lost his effort as Borden dumps his own. Keandre Miller will have his own chance. Now finds it again to Trocheck. Trocheck up to Kreider. Kreider waits. Miller, pass broken up by Brandon Hagel. He looks to Goncalves. Goncalves lost his handling. Now as Miller will send it over to Kaliev. Kaliev lost his footing. Rolls to Miller. Miller chance now finding Bourgeon. Open look. And Pat saves it up, puts it in on the heavy defensive traffic. Now Miller takes it off. Goes down. Zibanejad takes over. Now finds the Kaliev. Here's for Bourgeon. And this one knocks it down. Chris Kreider. Rolls it now to the Yakinen. Bourgeon. Stays out of the zone. Now finding again to Chris Kreider. Kreider watching a hit. Bourgeon. Yakinen is trying to get his back toward the other way as he will kick his zone. Out of a loose puck. Now finding to Kaliev. Shots blocked. Bourgeon stays on side. And over now to Vakananen. Kaliev Disadvantage at backhander. Not enough to get over by defensive traffic as Atkinson takes it over. Glendening rolls it in Atkinson. Big save by Shesterkin. Now as Schneider takes it over to Vakunin. Didn't have the right done for. And it will cover it up for Shesterkin. Just about 13:42 to go in the third period to get another face-off. Want to know the better energy? Give a salute to Sam as the calling card is right on toward your right. So once this video is over, you'll be able to watch it from the other side of the zone, as you will be able to watch the Sam Rosen's retirement here on for the New York Rangers to give a better salute for the MSG, a better broadcaster to finish all with everything that he has done for. It's a better way to make it a power play goal than anybody. Watch now after the video is finished, after the game. Now as Cernak takes it over, now trying to find Sorelli. 13 minutes to play in the third period as he rolls it in. Backhander. Oh, nice glove catch made here by Shesterkin. And as Fox will send it over now trying to find to get a Rempe. Rempe gives it up and over, now caps it down to Miller. Rangers attacking in the Tampa Bay zone. Near the goaltender range, right by Vasilevsky. And as Rempe will send it over now, finding Fox to Vakunin. Fox, Rempe, give the pass over to Vakunin. Vakunin's lost his effort on his footing. Trying to give it over. Miller, a lot of hard chance. Artemi Panarin fires that shot, glove saved by Vasilevsky. 12:19 remaining in the third period, as they'll have another face-off on its way. And with an update for Nick Paul, go over to you, Boomer, and how that happened. Thank you, folks. As we're looking over to Nick Paul, the first player that is injured on ice, as this one after the blocked shot has been putting it in. This is what happens when he was making a complaint. This puck made him hurt, and worse so, this blocked shot was not really what the easy possible best made. It just went pretty hard, and really how bad and painful it made. This is what happens with the pad. It doesn't really help him, and it's one way to crack at it. Nothing really is going to work in it through. All what happens now is they just can't get over it. And with all that matters, this might be the better take-in to give all the hard use of the string. Nothing really settles it down, but this might be a harder take on the better option. I have a little bit of a better range out there for Nick Paul, but we'll find him out if he's ready to take this postseason. It's been a big end for him for the regular season. Let's hope he can do it again. Back to you guys. Alright there, thanks Swimmer. It's definitely what I always call for. A speedy recovery is definitely really always well. I mean, it's just always how bad we really appreciate from him. Glendening on the rush. Odd man on its way. Glove save by Shesterkin. What a great catch by Shesterkin to beat over from the puck to glove and snap with 11:08 remaining. Nice save. I mean, really doesn't stand what they were supposed to be doing, but that really stuck out. And as the win for Tampa Bay, the block made by the New York Rangers is now it's Lafreniere with the puck steal. And now he's rolling into the offense zone. And a pass broken up. Bourgeon lost the effort. Now finds it to go over to Glendening. And it's Miller. A chance back to Kreider. Miller. Some pass to Trocheck. Trocheck toward the wing. The finding of Bourgeon. Bourgeon cutting bounding. As Lafreniere goes right near the net. Trying to get the pass over to Miller. Looks to Smith. Smith can get over right to the better effort. Now Glendening's right to ace him out. Here's another chance. Oh, big save by Shesterkin. Right toward the net. And it just goes right toward the wall. Look how easy that is. That's really what they are really expected for. When you don't see how they were coming in alive, this really must took some time off there. That's a big crushing control. Schneider. Pass to Rempe. Now finds Schneider. Looks to Vakananen. Vakananen now finds it over to Carrick. Carrick, Rempe. Rempe lost his control. Rolls it in, scores! Rempe! 3 is the magic number, and the Hawks give us a loop to Rempe. Oh, the easy makes it in. Doesn't really seem like the magic number puts it into Rempe. He had it all covered. You never see what Rempe is doing in it. This is what happens with the rebound, and that brings it a little dash right in front. WM slams were down, and this one really gives it a nice chance to go for a one-on-one attack, cutting middle. This is where the coach gives him a little bit of an offense range. This really must have done it that. Easy save now that Matt Rempe with 3 goals. He has just earned his way. This is what the crowd makes as a good saluteman, and he is really up to a strong start. Matt Rempe has really been a better dominant effort. Mika Sabanchin lost his handle as now Brandon Hagels right toward him away. 9:30 remaining as he pulls it out. But big hit on the ice takedown. Kaliev holds it tight. Tries to roll it right toward back. Schneider. Backhand shot. Big save by Vasilevsky. Past the midway mark of the period as he rolls that one off to Kaliev. And now as he's rebounded it and back to Chris Kreider. Kreider now finds it over to Vakananen.
Rangers
this
goal.
one escapes the zone.
His 4th goal of the season. Score and a hat trick.
Watching a heavy take here. And now Schneider.
Rempe.
Rebounds it.
Assisted by number 39, Sam Carrick. And by number 18, Rugo Vakananen. Time of the goal, 10:13 remaining in the third. Matt Rempe with the first goal of the game on his hat trick, assisted by Sam Carrick and Hero Vakananen in the third at 10:13.
It was going to be after that one. They really makes that one incredible. Now this one doesn't really make anyone to try to keep the zone and the attacking. This is what happens with the better Rangers is putting in. They really need to give that one a better use of the effort. Don't make that one uncomfortable. And as that one, Fox takes it out. Now as Miller moves right toward the wing. Now rolls it over, now finding the pass. Lundgren looks to Lafreniere. Miller backhander, not enough to beat over Vasilevsky. 8:11 to go in the third period. He'll get next face-off on its way. And with the win, here's the Lightning as Cernax is right toward the point. Point pass to Kucherov. Here's Goodsell. Flag shot over right toward the back behind Shesterkin, and now it rolls it over to McDonough. McDonough, pass in front, broken by Smith. And his point rolls the pass over, and Cernax on a shot misses off the glove, and it's back to Carrick, back the other way. Doesn't really see anything. This really has to have a better use of their own skill. Nothing really sells it unless you're doing it the right way. Ryan Lindgren lost the effort as now McDonough is back the other way. 7:25 left to go in the third period. As now Smith rolls to Lindgren. And that pass to Rempe. Lost his control now. This one gives back to Atkinson. Atkinson 2-on-1, 3-on-1, covered by Shesterkin. A 7:08 game in the third as they're ready to take the next drop. Just a lot of time left for the Tampa Bay Lightning. They have to find a way to get back by 1. And as McDonough takes over, good poke check for the New York Rangers as this one clears it out. And this will give the Pin a chance now finding the McDonough. Goes Atkinson. Here's Glendening. Glendening right toward the wing, hands it over to Chaffee. Cernax. Again to McDonough, and he goes offside. This will be on the Lightning. Seemed like the blade was definitely out and pushed, but there wasn't any traffic out there because that one really took out too soon. Rangers wins the face-off, and now as Miller sends it in the pass now finding the Kreider. Kreider takes his chance, and here net. Oh, I don't know how he did that. Chris Kreider just had that when he stuck it in to pass someone open. Alright, a one chance and a one-timer, and here's what happened now. It looks like that he just made a pass for Vasilevsky from the pad. I don't think he was able to get that pass out there. I just think he was going to try to shoot it that way. That was some kind of a fancy move, and you feel like, how did he ever do that? That's something I was not really noticing. I didn't really notice how that first Kreider able to get it in. He just got lucky with it. I know, I mean, is that crazy or what it is? I don't know. But it really seems to be like a very hard shot to go in there. It just went too hard for Chris Kreider. He just had that one with a great racing bounty. I don't know where that came from. That just felt like, wow. Nothing really settled down anyway. I know. It's totally agreement that they've really been keeping on coming in. You know what happens? Because nobody has noticing where the puck got flying and went. Definitely true. 6:15 to go in the third period, as they'll have another face-off underway. And just a friendly reminder that if you're ready for the playoffs, set your calendars, because the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs
Rangers
are coming back.
This
to get ready
44
for
of the
this part of the
season,
postseason.
score by number 20,
and after the Stanley Cup final,
Kreider.
you will be able to make your next predictions for season 5
number
of
79,
NHL 26
Andre
here
Miller.
on EA Sports. If you're
And
ready to
number
join us,
17,
this will be
Will
the next new
Borgen.
location to resume our process, because we will definitely always remember to enjoy ourselves on the big
and Will
You will all
Borgen
stick
in the
the
third
games
period
here
at
to keep your eyes and
13:21.
appearances for our next part of the game coming up every year of the week. That's only on Son of Beats. And as a now, this will gives it over. Now trying to give it back again. And he took a right slight down, and there is no penalty on New York. Oh my, I don't know what's going to change out, but this is what they don't do. They don't even deserve that. This is what the coaches are definitely saying, that they can't play it like that. Here's Smith right toward the wing, has it again to Miller. Miller looking for an open look. As we now approach a final 5 minutes remaining in the third, presented by Discover. Lundgren now finds it to Fox. Goes to Miller. Keep the puck moving. Lundgren. And that one pass is broken up by Gutzell. He is all alone. On-man rush. Stop by Shesterkin. As Rempe tries to handle it over, he's trying to go for it. So is it down? Fox backhand, saved by Vasilevsky. 4:30 to go, and Glendening takes the effort. Rolls it to Glendening. Now he rolls to Smith. Smith now finds it over to Rempe. Rempe rolls to Carrick. An open look to Lundgren, and a shot playing in. This was off the defender and back to Isamau again to Glendening. Trocheck takes it over now, finding to Fox. Rangers come back down the other way. It's Lundgren on the rush. A spin off to Fox. Fox shot. Saved by Vasilevsky. Here's Glendening. A dish over now, finding to Isamau. Isamau can't hold on. So Benedict takes it out. And now back to Carrick. Carrick now finds Trocheck. Trocheck the pass. This one escapes. And now Shesterkin will fire that one around the net. And it's rebounded by Gutzell. Tries to slow that one down. And this one stops by Shesterkin. 3:28 to go in the third period, as he will hold things up to get the next face-off on its way. Still a lot of time left in the period, but the Tampa Bay really needs to find an answer to put it back down by 2. And that shot has been redirected. Goncalves broken up the play for the Lightning. Kaliev now finds it to Chris Kreider. Spinorama. Goncalves now finds it over to Hagel. Battle playing for the loose puck as Zibanejad now finds it to Borgen. And he will be T-swept. And the penalty will be on Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay penalty, 2 minutes for tripping.
There's a little bit of a swank out there, and this is what happens as the referee was signalizing. That's what happened to Will Borgen. He took a slip and he fell. Penalty signalized the start for the Lightning as Anthony Sorelli's in the penalty box. Now as the teams are ready to take their first power play for the New York Rangers, just about 3:03 left. We'll see if they have enough room to put it in. JT Miller wins the faceoff. He now finds it over to Artemi Panarin.
Tampa Bay penalty, number 71, 2 minutes for tripping. Tampa penalty, 3:05 remaining in the third period. 2-minute penalty on Tampa Bay, Anthony Sorelli on the tripping, number 71. Tampa penalty, 3:05 remaining in the third.
Atkinson lost his handling, and now it's Lafreniere rolls it over to Artemi Panarin. Artemi Panarin on the speed. Panarin, now give to Miller, over to Kreider. Kreider, cut it back, and saved by Vasilevsky, goes right toward the wall. Hammond tries to get the effort. Fair chance to Atkinson. And as right now, as Hedman will now slide it over to Gergensen. Trying to push it right toward the wall. And as Miller tries to get that one out over on the other side. Now Trocheck comes in. And it's taken the rebound by McDonough. Fouling near the visitors' bench. Here's a chance now to Hagel just a minute ago for the Rangers. Here's another one on a shot. Good block made. Just Sturkin takes it over. Now finding Miller. And now it's off to Trocheck. Great chance on the stoppage. This is what happens with the New York Rangers to put it in. Almost going to get caught by the short-handed goal. They didn't really think that afterwards. Hagel on the rush. He'll dish it out. And now with only 30 seconds left, Fox takes his handling. I deep so now finding again to Kaliev. Here's Adam Fox. On his own, saved by Vasilevsky. It's advantage ad, and it's lost the handle. Here's Glendening on a rush. Rolls it through. Looks like time's about to expire. And that's one gives it to Kaliev. Rolls to Trocheck. Power play's over. Here they come. He scores! Vincent Trocheck on a speed rush. And he comes beats on Vasilevsky. And the crowd have been loving it. Now that speed doesn't really able to answer it because it looks like he was out of the penalty box. Nothing really was getting good in that bad use. It looks like the Lightning was a little bit out of gas, out of stamina. And this is what happened with Vincent Trocheck. He didn't really think it was going to happen that time. It's just really makes it a hard chance. They're really going to have anybody to spare for. Rangers on a big excitement for the end of the season as they are making their way to try to keep their season alive in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Looks like they're coming back in for the wild card. Of course they are doing it, I know, but they've definitely done so well. And for Miller, he will now have that one firing around the net. Without icing, here's Hedman. Hedman's now finding again a good sell as Lafreniere trying to give over. A pass now finding to Kucherov. Here's Point. Point finds Kucherov. Kucherov went down. Fox takes it over. Lindgren. And as an Artemi Panarin will try to end this gun with the game. And now Gutzel gives that one out. Lindgren fires it. Stopped by Vasilevsky.
Rangers goal. It's 26th goal of the season. Scored by number 16, Vincent Trocheck. Goal assisted by number 34, Arthur Kaliev. Top of the goal, 18:59 remaining in the third. Vincent Trocheck with the goal, assisted by Arthur Kaliev in the third period at 18:59.
I have a lot of good feelings for him. This is what happens now. He made that an absolute amazing finish to put it off with the stop. Stop by Shesterkin. And as the fans rolls in, they take their time. And as for now, it's over. Rangers winning at the Garden, and this one gives a big celebration. A final score, 7-3 game. It's just what happens now. You know what Shesterkin makes? He makes that one with a higher race. This is definitely a race to get into the playoffs. It's better first time on the effort, doesn't make anything happen. A great salute to appreciation for the Rangers town as they are heading out and heading to their locker room. We can't wait to see them back. Great returns definitely happened. Well, as along with that game, folks, I hope you enjoyed our big matchup. Along with James Cebulski, I, Son of Beast, and Boomer at Center Ice, this has been a presentation of the Game of the Night of NHL. Thank you for joining us, and good night at the Madison Square Garden. See ya! Alright guys, thank you both so much. 7-3s are final. New York Rangers stays alive in the postseason without missing the last part to get out and eliminated. Here are the 3 stars. Chris Kreider with a goal, assist, and 10 hits. He only has done something different, and he didn't think he was going to be able to get that trick an insane goal. Then, the second star player of the game goes to Jake Gudsell with 3 goals and 9 hits. He has done a better and absolute insane after Nikita Kucherov with the pass. And your first star player of the game with only 3 goals, Matthew Rempe. 3 goals and 7 hits.
Now here's how you did with the total statistics on the other side. 73 over 50 total shots on goal for New York Rangers. 115 over 68 for Tampa Bay Lightning. And it was 1823 over 345 for the New York Rangers time on attack. 89 over 84 passing percentage for the Tampa Bay Lightning as they put it in with a better effort. And it was 30 over 26 Tampa Bay Lightning on 30 face-off wins. Only 2-minute penalty kill and only no power play goals was made in for the New York Rangers. They tried hard, they couldn't stop doing what they're doing.
Well, folks, that is to do here for the Game of the Night presentation. If you enjoyed this one, we will continue next season for NHL 26 before the regular game comes on to get ready for the next of the fates. This is a big matchup. It sends to anybody.
Anybody can be a hero for that. And as for playoffs, it's going to be a go time. We love playoff mode.
Indeed. So that is it, folks. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you all for the postseason of the NHL 25 on EA Sports. This is Roy
and Terry Crews signing you out.
Take care, folks, for a while as the NHL finishing up the Game of the Night presentation on EA Sports Style. Have a great night, everybody, and don't forget to subscribe to his channel of Son of Beast and follow on social medias.
If you don't, somebody will do it, because he will come out and take a face-off one-on-one to beat you out.
Don't get knocked out by defenders.
We don't want that.
Take care, folks. Thanks for watching.
See you next time. Good night, everybody.
If you don't, somebody will.